All right, ladies and gents, it's time for the Sunday live stream. We're actually doing it on Sunday today. How about that? How about that? Moving up in the world. Anyways, guys, so here's how this works. Basically, you can see chat. I can see chat. You put questions in chat, and I'll answer your chats. And like always, we got a pretty cool deal for you, but I'll talk about that later. So you guys fill up the chat real quick as I send out this quick little invite, and we'll get this party started. Gustav says, how's Spectre's doing? I think Matt's doing good stuff with it, but I don't do anything Spectre anymore. I sold my part of it to Matt and left that company. Really just because I want to focus on Market Hero and what we're doing over there, and there's no way I can build a supplement company and a education company all at the same time. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Hilo says, how do you stop looking at pornography? Why do you guys always come on here and ask me that? It's like, do I look like the person who's like, this is what you need to be focusing on right now? This is the guy that I need to talk to about this stuff. No, I'm not going to be the best one at that. Is this even streaming? Why isn't it not showing up on the channel? There we go. So annoying when like it takes it forever for YouTube to actually give me the link to send out the invite. There we go. Send that out. And voila. Alright, what do we got going on over here? Someone said, how much is a Lambo? It just depends on the model and type that you buy. I mean, you can get a Lamborghini for as low as $100,000. You can also get them for $600,000. So it depends on what you're going to be buying. Someone said, how much do you pay a good CTO? It depends on how serious you are about your company. If you're trying to build like a wingding internet company, probably not very much. If you're trying to build a world-class company, probably $10,000 to $20,000 a month, plus quite a bit of percentage of your company. So let's see. Someone said, why am I lower than 30K per day? Some days you don't hit that level of sales. Sometimes the reoccurring doesn't stack up. So I think actually, what did we hit yesterday? Just in there, I think in total we probably got to like 25K yesterday. But I only also spent about $10,000 in ads. That's pretty low scale for me because we're kind of reconfiguring some of our ads right now. So not every day is gargantuan. Someone said, how do I reach 5K MRR in Dota? Man, I have no idea. I have no idea. Someone said, what's the biggest thing you learned in your years as a CEO? And you didn't double typed it. Honestly, the most important thing I would say I learned as CEO of a company is more so focusing on the product and customers and focusing on something that you would do for free instead of focusing on something that you do for money. That might seem counterintuitive because a lot of people get into internet marketing and building a business because they want to make money now, and all the people do is flash money and crap like that and act like that's the source of fulfillment, which I understand is ironic because the name of this stream is $18,000 a day. But the most important thing, once you understand how to build a full stack skill set, which is the ability to make a product, to get customers that product and sell that product. If you can develop a skill set that encompasses all those things, you're never really going to have much trouble making money in your life. But after that, you really got to figure out what you need to do in terms of fulfillment, what you actually want to spend 30, 40 years of your life doing. Because if you keep focusing on money and you keep focusing on material things, you're going to end up in a career and a business model that doesn't really make you happy. And so you're going to end up being a slave for 30 to 40 years of your life, even though you technically own the business. So I think that'd be the most important thing I could tell anybody, but no one's going to listen to that. Everybody wants the magical way to make $300 a day by uploading copy and paste YouTube videos on the internet or something like that. Is personal brand really worthless? No, personal brand is worth quite a lot. I've made millions of dollars off a personal brand. You can see all the people on YouTube, regardless of the niche. Maybe their niche is skincare, maybe their niche is make money online, maybe their niche is personal development. Maybe their niche is dating. You can make tons and tons of money off a personal brand. I just think it's really stupid to do that because it depends on what you want to do. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be world renowned. I don't want my personal actions to affect my company's sales or the valuation of my company. And I don't want people digging into my personal life. I'm kind of an introverted guy, and I don't particularly like talking to people or traveling around talking on stage. And so knowing that, it would be pretty stupid for me to base my entire existence off a personal brand, you know? And what a lot of people are doing is they go out there and they build this personal brand and they go and build this thing and they don't really know why they're building it other than the fact that they're insecure and want a lot of people to like them. And so if your goal with your personal brand is to build a business around it and that's purely what your goal is, by all means, do it. I think there's a lot more disadvantages to having a big personal brand than there are advantages. And if you're chasing that rabbit hole and you don't know why you're chasing that rabbit hole and you're an introverted person like me, you're going to end up chasing something that you really have no business chasing and is not going to make you happy and it's just going to be a pain in the butt. So it's way better to start focusing on, if you don't want to be famous, if you don't want to be some speaker, you don't want to be a grand, I'm not going to use that word to describe it, but if you don't want to, if that's not the direction you want to go in, it's very important that you realize that and you start focusing on your business and your product and your team, because that's what delivers results. A personal brand doesn't mean that you deliver results. A personal brand, the person who has the most likes and follows on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram isn't the person who's delivering the best results or has the best products. And most of the time they don't even have an actual company. They're just selling themselves, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, like, there's no real value behind it. It's just the whole entire thing is their personal brand. Thanos has a great personal brand. That guy really, you saw the results he's gotten with his personal brand. Thanos's branding, his Instagram followers, it's really on par. That's why Captain America and Iron Man and Thor all at once couldn't take him on, because he obviously has the most likes on Instagram. Someone said, guy in a cardboard box says, how to deal with depression when starting out as an entrepreneur. If for some reason you guys think I'm like, have therapist level skills when it comes to answering these questions. Honestly, when it comes to depression, it's because, first off, your body just might be out of whack. If I'm drinking a lot, if I'm eating bad food, it causes a lot of inflammation. If I'm overeating or not taking care of my health, like, I'll get depressed. Everybody, that's what happens to everybody when your body is in the absolute garbage realm of existence. You're just going to get depressed. Your body's not going to feel good. Something's going to be out of whack. So my first advice right there is, if you're feeling depressed, go and take a look at those things first, because your body needs to be able to make the right amount of chemicals for you to feel good. And if you don't have a clear mind, if you're feeling slow and you're constantly foggy, you're going to be really depressed. Like, I'm going to be depressed in that situation. Anyone's going to be depressed. So first off, admit that it's probably not a completely mental thing. It might be how you're treating your body. Then if you're depressed, it's probably because you're not doing anything that you find fulfilling. It's really that simple. You might have a really negative subconscious. You might be focused on really negative things all the time. And you might define yourself by a lot of things that are going to naturally make you depressed, like material things or how much money you're making. And so that could also be a symptom of that too. So you need to be able to diagnose that and figure out what thoughts in your life and what things in your life are you judging yourself by that aren't important. That's another one right there. And then finally, you probably need to find something that makes you excited and makes it worth getting out of bed. If you fix all three of those areas, you probably are going to do pretty well. So before pounding the depression drugs that don't even work, you should probably look into those three areas, and that's how you get past that. Marius says, where do you find details about taxes if you want to open an LLC and I am a non-US resident? Dude, I mean, I can tell you setting up an LLC is easy, but if you're not making $10,000, $20,000 a month, the last thing you need to be worried about is taxes. Now, I'm not saying don't pay your taxes. You need to be setting money aside to pay your taxes. That's about as far as your tax knowledge needs to go. Then after that, You need to shut up and get to work on your business. Why are you researching your taxes and forming an LLC when you don't even have $20,000 a month profit coming in? It really, all taxes are is if you're in the $20,000 a month range, which is $240,000 a year, I think your tax bracket is like 25 to 30%, something around there. So set aside 30% of your money from taxes and work on your damn business. And once you have $20,000 a month coming in, hire a CPA to do this stuff. And just convert your business to an LLC if you want to. You can start off as a sole proprietorship, but you shouldn't be focused on the legal definitions and the amount of vested stock that are going into your business when you have no money coming in. That is like going and trying to become an NFL quarterback, and instead of focusing on throwing the football and scoring touchdowns, you're focused on the brand of shoe that you're wearing. It has nothing to do with actual scoring points. You need to be good at scoring points before you're going to go and focus on the scoreboard that's tallying up your points. I mean, yeah, there's no reason to set up an S-Corp. Just make a sole proprietorship. Like, if you're doing an S-Corp, all you're going to do is be able to keep 20% of the money in the business and then pay yourself out of it. Just keep it simple, dude. Just keep it simple. Someone said, what's the best way to start off as a beginner? Look, guys, like with every live stream, I answer every live stream, what's the best way to get started? And the best way to get started is to simply find a complete training program that's 100% free to get started with, has no risk, and works. And so, guys, look, if you go to mhlinks.com/Sunday, instead of sitting here and talking for an hour on the best way to get started as a beginner, because I can't. Like, I literally couldn't explain the best way to get started as a beginner in less than like 3 hours. Like, you'd have to explain the entire concept. So if you go to mhlinks.com/Sunday, literally what we're putting down as a special day is we'll actually give you full access to the AX Academy 2.0, which shows you step-by-step how to build a business and get to your first $1,000 per month. It's a 100% free program if you pick up a free trial of Market Hero. We're also going to be throwing in the Hero in R program, the Hero Black file, the VMA program, the Advanced Hero Traffic program, and a full email marketing suite plus traffic generation suite. That's like $3,000 worth of stuff if you went and bought it all on its own. And the Becker template pack. That's a really nice little bonus that we're throwing in there. I didn't even realize we were putting that in today. Anyways, guys, what that is going to do, instead of me sitting here and talking for 30 minutes to give you like a broken down, simple version of how to start a business, all it's going to do is show you let's go into the Market Hero account. All it's going to do is give you step-by-step everything you need to know about starting your first business, how to start it with email marketing, how to pick your first niche, how to build everything you need to start your first business and make your first product and actually get it selling. It's going to give you all the stuff you need to actually take the business to $5,000 per month. It's going to show you the niches to pick. It's going to show you the funnels that I'm building. It's going to show you all the copywriting techniques I'm using. It's going to show you to generate tons of free traffic. It's going to show you how to generate paid traffic if you actually get to that point. And then we're also like throwing in the VMA program, which is going to show you how I've gone 21 million plus views on YouTube. We're throwing in the Hero in R program, which shows you how to rate your first basic long form sales videos, which is like, I think, the best way to get clients. And we're also throwing in the Black file, which gives you all sorts of crazy like copywriting techniques and some really advanced stuff I used to build my first multi-million-dollar business. And all you need to do is go to mhlinks.com/Sunday. It's 100% for free. There's absolutely no risk to join. You get to try it all for 14 days, and it's $47 per month after. You can lower it down to $9 per month. And real quick, guys, if you're in chat real quick, could you just give me an exclamation mark if you picked up one of these programs that we do in the live streams and you thought it was absolutely awesome for the price of free? Just let people know that this is legit and they can actually use it. Just give me a quick exclamation mark in chat. But if you want to know the best way to get started, guys, this is free to start with. It shows you everything you need to know to get your first $1,000, $5,000 per month. There's no risk. It has everything you need in a total package, all the software, tools, training, copywriting techniques, how to make videos, how to do free traffic, paid traffic. And there are dozens, 50s, maybe we'll even like hundreds of people hitting exclamation mark in chat right now telling you it's awesome and you should check it out. So if you're looking for a place to get started and you're looking for the best place, there's people telling you this works, it's no risk, and it's everything you need. And if you're not going to swing at that for the price of free, I don't know what you're going to swing at, so I'm not going to try and pitch you outside of the stream. So this deal, all this stuff we're giving away on the stream, if you hop into the free trial today, ends when the stream is done. So there you go. You should join it. That's how you should get started. I can tell you all the business models, but it's all there with like 15 hours worth of content, and 15 hours is way better than the 30 minutes of explanation I could give you on the stream. And I answer that question every stream, so I don't want to waste everyone's time. Am I still in Sam Evans Mastermind? Yes, I am. It's the only mastermind I'm in right now. How can a computer science college grad find a product for a startup? If you are a computer science college grad, you probably don't have many entrepreneurial skills. And starting up a company doesn't come down to knowing how to code. It comes down to knowing how to manage people, attract the right people, and motivate those people to do great work. If you're building a startup, it also comes down to understanding how to structure a software company to actually attract customers and actually get sold. It's a big mental chess game. And what I would suggest doing is if you have an education in computer science, is you should probably either partner with someone who has that CEO skill set, or you should go work at a company for a person that's a great CEO and learn about how the company works and even learn about how the dynamics of building a startup company work before doing it. Because if you go and do this with a computer science degree, you can start any type of cash flow business you want. Cash flow businesses are businesses where you can go in and with very little investment, make a large net profit. There's very little risk up front and there's huge profit margins. So that's going to be like Shopify, consulting, email marketing, any type of providing services for businesses, or even doing freelance work. But when you get into the startup realm with software, it's all massive risk up front, and you need to know exactly how to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and get the right people on and not make any mistakes. Because when you start making mistakes in that, you lose. And it usually takes 1 year to 3 years to see any profitability from a serious SaaS company. So I wouldn't suggest doing that with no business experience whatsoever and no cash flow coming in. It's a hard game to win at, and you better have some experience before you play that game. Vincent says, how to do coffee enemas. You go to Google and type in how to do coffee enemas. You guys always come on here and you're asking me about how to stop masturbating and then shove coffee up your butt. You guys are weird. You guys are strange folks. James Harris said, how would you recommend to do free work for companies to start when you have 0 testimonials? So James, what you're going to do is, for example, back when I used to help people with SEO, one thing that worked a ton for people that were learning SEO from us was they'd hit up companies that they first could get results. So for example, in the service industry, if you can find clients whose value per customer is outrageous, for example, surgeons who charge $15,000 to $20,000 per surgery, what you do is approach these people and you say, hey, I'll do this service for you free for a month. And what's going to happen is if I get you results, then maybe you stay on. Or if you don't want to stay on, even after I got your results, you give me a sweet testimonial. And so you do this for people. You attract people. You basically sell a $100 bill for free because you have no experience selling. The best thing you could possibly do is just make an unrefusable offer. So once you do that, and for example, let's say what I would tell people to do is I'd tell them to find clients like that and then rank them for the keywords that were really easy to rank for all over the United States. You could use a tool, and this is not a business model you can do anymore. I don't know. You might want to go check out an SEO channel. I don't really do SEO anymore. But you could basically go in for really easy keywords, rank for all sorts of surgical terms like that. Like I ranked #1 for plano rhinoplasty for years, and I was able to get that ranking in 2 days. That's a ranking you could sell to a rhinoplasty surgeon for $2,000, $3,000 a year, easy. All right, at least $100 a month. So what you do is you deliver results up front, and then you basically say, hey, look, this is where you're at. These are the results you're getting. Do you want to stay on? And the person is, of course, going to want to stay on with you. Just because you have to wait a month to get your first paycheck from doesn't mean they're not going to stay on. And if they're going to hire anyone in that area, they're going to go with you because you've already delivered results. And if they don't hire you, you have a sweet testimonial, or you can ask them for a referral. And the next time you talk to someone, you can say, hey, this doctor over here or this person over here said I'm pretty good. Would you like me to do this for you for free? After you have 5 clients paying you $1,000 to $2,000 per month, then you can start charging up front because you have testimonials and stuff going on. Or you can have those clients refer you other clients and you give them, let's say, a month off up front. And that's just one of the easiest ways to build a business right there. It requires manual labor, but it's very easy and just a really structured way to build a business that has a really high profit margin. Someone said, will AI disrupt social media agencies? No, because social media agencies are all about, they're all about interacting with the human world. It's all social media is like predicting how people are going to react and creating media for that. Now, AI is really good at specific jobs and doing a repetitive task over and over again, but social media keeps changing over and over again. And it's going to be a very long time before we have any type of AI that's able to foresee what people are going to like and not like, because you have to have some human instinct to do that. So it depends on this type of social media agency, but I don't see it replacing that. And most ad agencies or most services that you're doing for businesses rely more on creativity and being on the cutting edge of stuff than doing a task over and over again. So like an accounting agency, it would do massive damage to that. Or for example, like it's not incapable of doing advanced things. There's plenty of AIs out there that can already do surgery because it's the same task over and over again. But if the thing you're trying to sell is not the same task over and over again, the AI is going to do a really poor job of that. So I don't see that happening. Someone says, should I buy your programs if I'm a Shopify noob? If you're looking at HCOM, yeah, you should check it out. It has a 30-day refund guarantee. So there's literally nothing to lose. And the results are out of fucking control. So, yeah, I would pick it up. Seafear says, I want a personal brand so I can help artists create and make money from their art. And then you said, please don't be mad. There's nothing wrong with building a personal brand. The reason I don't like personal brand building is because I don't want to be famous. I don't want my legacy to be some make money online guru. And I don't think it has anything to do with getting my customers better tracking solutions, which I want to build the best data management and tracking system. And I'm not going to get into the final objective we have at Market Hero. And that's what I want to do. And my building a personal brand and being famous has nothing to do with that. So that's why it's not for me. And if I'm focusing on my cash flow business, HCOM, I don't need a personal brand to sell that either. I'm just better at advertising. So that's why it's not for me. But if you want to build a personal brand to help people do stuff, you can. But the thing is, you don't need a personal brand to get lots of sales or customers. That's the biggest confusion. And the reason why most people build personal brands is because they're not good enough to run good advertising, or they're really insecure and need lots of people to like them. That's why most people do it. Whereas if you're like Ty Lopez, who runs a very optimized personal brand and his sole goal is on making him famous and getting him customers, then you can do it very well. But you have to understand why you're doing it. A lot of people are lost in this limbo of building a personal brand and running an effective business, and it doesn't help them. Darren said, your courses for beginners. The one that we're offering today, plus like the $3,000 in bonuses on this stream, is absolutely ridiculous at mslinks.com/Sunday, is completely focused on beginners. It shows you how to get to your first $1,000 a month, helps you understand how to get to your first $5,000 a month, and actually all the stuff in that course is everything I used to get one of my first businesses to a little bit over $12,000 per day in its peak. Yassine says, I just had a goal, but I feel detached right now, and I don't know what to do. I feel I have poor focus and energy. I mean, I've talked about focus till the cows come home on these streams, so I'm not going to go on a focus rant. There's literally the last 10 videos on my channel. If you want to start at like why I quit YouTube and Facebook and that jargon, you can go check that out. If you don't have energy or motivation, the first place you should start, I just talked about this early in the stream, so I'm not going to like talk about it that much right here. I said the 3 things you should fix first, and then come back to this question. Fix your mind and body. If you're shoveling shit and you're drinking a lot, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be depressed. For example, in March, I'd gone about 90 days without drinking. I had a few drinks, and the week following that, I didn't have a lot of motivation. I didn't have a lot of energy. I wasn't feeling confident in lightning fast. Why is that? Is it because my mind, because I don't have the motivation in life? No, it's because when you put toxic crap into your body, your body's focused on healing itself instead of moving forward and growing. So take the crap out of your body. Then Number two, you need to go and actually look at what you're focusing on in life and what are the things you care about. A lot of things you might care about, like what other people think, or what you're probably focused on keeping up with the Joneses or whatever, is going to give you demoralizing thoughts. So fix that. And then finally, number three, figure out what you want to do with your life. And if you don't know what to do with your life, you should probably figure out what you want, because if you're going in a direction and you don't know what you want, you're going to end up in the ether, just bouncing off in space and not moving in any real direction, which is something I've done all three of those things. And so you should probably fix those things and then come back to this. Then come back to this question, because you're probably going to find the solution in one of those three things. Mapio and Kitna, I'm a pretty successful fitness YouTuber. This is a Smurf account. I don't think that's a technical term for YouTube accounts. Smurf accounts are the ones you're growing, but I see what you're saying there. Do you remember, if you ever played World of Warcraft back in the day, do you ever remember like the battlegrounds where people would purposely keep themselves at level 19 and they had like a super upgraded level 19 account and would just go around the battleground one-shotting everybody else who's a low level? That's a Smurf account right there. So, I'm a pretty successful fitness YouTuber. What should I sell? You should sell memberships and high-ticket coaching programs, basically where a person pays you like $297 a month for fitness coaching, something like that. And then once you get to $50,000 a month, you should start selling supplements and your own workout equipment. That worked really well for Greg at Kinobody, so I would do the same thing. Lori said, what do you think about Tony Robbins and Dean Grazio's new course, the KBB method? I don't know. I think Tony Robbins cool. I know absolutely nothing about Dean, and I've never bought any of Tony Robbins' deeper products, and so I have no opinion, and I don't really think about it too much. Someone said, do you offer any mentorship, any courses or mentorship for tech startups? I don't offer any courses because you're not going to learn how to... Building a tech startup is not a copy and paste thing. It is a brutal trial through fire and a test of discipline and focus. It's when you get into a business where you have to take a lot of leap of faith and you have to understand a lot of things about managing people and whatnot in your situation, in your niche, in your industry. You have to know how to think. That's what it is. And I've been fucked a lot in the SaaS business. So I'm not going to suggest you start a SaaS business as your first way to make money. Now, do I offer mentorship on tech startups? You could join the Black Card Mastermind. It's $36,000. And if you don't want to invest $36,000 into learning how to build your tech startup, then you're probably not very serious about it, and that's fine, but you should probably go focus on something else, because $36,000 is a piss in the can compared to the amount of money you're going to lose in SaaS if you're trying to go out there and build a tech startup without just from scratch. You're going to lose weight. You need to be prepared to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars and be completely cool with that. Samuel Lowe said, 95% of my friends are living the ways that I used to, binge drinking and partying and not going the direction I'm going in. I feel like I may have to drop them, but don't want to have no friends. What's the point of having friends if they slow you down and they stop you from doing the thing that gets you fulfillment in life? Your decision right there and decision to keep your friends is completely based around fear. You're keeping them in your life not because they help you move forward or because you think they help you move in a certain direction. You're keeping them in your life because you're afraid of what will happen when you go in the direction that you want to go in. And if you're making all your decisions based on fear of losing what you have, you're going to keep exactly what you have, and you're not going to make any gains. So you can make a decision. You can keep your friends and you can keep that stuff in your life and stay exactly where you are out of fear, or you can jump off into what's going to give you fulfillment. And what's probably going to happen, what is going to happen, is you're probably going to find fulfillment in other people and other people who are more on your wavelength. So that's it. If you're making decisions out of fear, you are never going to make any good decisions for growth. because you can only make so many decisions, you know? The person who's making 10 out of 10 decisions based on the future and what's exciting and positive for them, and then the person who's hedging their bets by making 5 decisions out of fear and 5 decisions out of growth, obviously the first person is going to go a lot further. Boadyun, I'm sorry, I totally butchered your name. At $30,000 a month right now with an agency helping businesses grow, but can't seem to get past $30K per month profit. It's because it's a few things. And I don't know your business, so I can't pinpoint exactly. But usually at $30K a month, people have really poor management skills, so they're trying to do way too much in their business. And once you get the $30K per month, you have to remove yourself from your business. You have to become the CEO and you have to create something that's automatable and scalable, and then you have to perfect a way to get customers into that. And so you have to keep creating systems and then building upon the systems to grow your business. You don't need a lot of systems to get to $30,000 a month. And depending on your business, you don't need a lot of systems to get to $100K a month. But in order to create something that scales with ease, it has to be something you can easily get customers into, and without your personal time, provide a result for the customers. So the way an agency would look like that is you go out there and build a sales funnel and advertising that gets the clients, and then you hire sales reps to close the clients, and then you hire fulfillment managers to provide the service for the clients. And your job is making sure people go into the front of that funnel. And so right now, if you're managing all your services and you're doing all the closing, your time is very finite. If you set up a system like that, and then there's no limit to the system. You can just send in, whether you send in 10 people into that funnel every single month or you send in 50,000, it really doesn't matter. So you have to create something like that, or it's going to be very hard to scale. If you don't have a renewable way to get clients as well, aka an ad system or a strategy where you can spend $1,000 and make $3,000 back, it's very hard to grow. If you're doing everything organically, it's just not going to happen. DeMarco says, how have you not been in magazine or news reports surrounding your success? You do know that most people, most self-help gurus and most make money online people pay to be in those magazines. Almost every single person you see in magazines or on news reports, they've paid to be there. I mean, almost like Forbes, you can buy articles in Forbes, you can buy articles in that, and really, me being in magazines or being on the covers of magazines or being on some news report has nothing to fucking do with getting my customers results or me making money. The people that you know, like that are doing over $1 million a month or $2 million a month, you probably don't know their names. And there's countless people on YouTube that are doing like $100,000 a month just selling make money online courses that everybody knows their name. Knowing someone's name and being famous has nothing to do with having a great business that helps people out. So that's why. And I'm also not going to go and spend $5,000, $10,000 being some fluff piece in Forbes. That's stupid. I could do so much. I could spend $10,000 in ads and get, give or take, about 2,000 new leads into my business. So I'm going to take the 2,000 leads over a fluff piece in Forbes any day of the week. Alex Becker on the cover of French Vogue. I can say that's where I want to be. I don't want to be known. I don't want to be known for my business skills. I want to be known for my shocking good looks. So someone mentioned detox dudes and poop, which is basically all that guy's channel is about. And how do you reduce brain fog? I mean, if you want to reduce brain fog and that, one, parasites do lead to a lot of brain fog. You got to remove that. I'm not going to be talking about poop, but I definitely got rid of a lot of parasites. Dikawar, delay, whatever your name is pronounced. And how do you get rid of brain fog? You remove inflammation from your body. You get rid of inflammation. That's where brain fog comes from. Becoming a millionaire, what do you recommend instead of personal brand? I recommend you build a business that gets really good fucking results and provides a service that people actually want to buy. That's it. That's like business 101, but somewhere along the way, the entrepreneurship realm has been taken over by YouTube and Instagram entrepreneur celebrities, and people think like that's what an entrepreneur looks like. No, that's not what an entrepreneur looks like. The vast majority of people that are worth $100 million, they did it by building a team, looking at the market and creating a product that the market wants to buy, really fits the market well, and then delivering really good results based on what they wanted. And then you do that. And you buy advertising for that. You find a way to get advertising in a way where you spend $1 and you make $3 back, which is pretty easy when you have a good market fit. And you go from there. That's what you do instead of building a personal brand. You don't have to have 1 million followers on Instagram and be posting pictures with dumbass quotes and you standing next to nice cars to qualify as a successful entrepreneur. You just don't. Okay? So don't copy other people like that. Someone said, how would you go about building a dropshipping website? I'd buy HCOM. Where do you go to get a red light therapy light? Mine back there, that's a Juve. Someone said red light therapy. Do I use it? Yeah, I sure do. Whoa. Yeah, that thing's pretty handy. Atomic Frag says, I need some YouTube tips to grow my channel. I mean, when it comes to YouTube, you have to look at what's going to get clicks and you have to create content that's intriguing. That's really how you grow your YouTube really quickly. If you want to see how to grow a YouTube channel, look at Mr. Beast and how he structures his videos to get tons of attention. Someone said, where can you get HCOM? Just look out for one of my ads online. I'm sure you've seen them. Someone said, how tall am I? I'm almost exactly 6 foot tall. Give or take how the wind is blowing in a day. Someone said, do I work 14 hours a day from my garage? If I had to work 14 hours a day, I wouldn't be really good at what I do, don't you think? I usually work about 8 hours a day and then try to study for 3 hours a day. So that's about the routine. I mean, this is going to be my overall routine every single day. So I'm going to... And this is like the perfect day. I don't always nail this, and I nailed this for a long time, for a while, and then I said, okay, I'm going to live a more balanced life, and I'm like, living a balanced life sucks. So I'm getting back into this right now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up at 4 a.m., and then I'm going to go for about 4 hours till 8 a.m. And there's like some detox stuff and everything I do when I wake up and stuff like that. But I'm going to go down at 8 a.m., and I'm going to meditate. And then I'm probably going to go maybe take like a short little break, something like that. And then probably at about 9, I'm going to get back to it. And so then I'm probably going to go for another 4 hours. So that will take me to 10, 11, probably to about 1. And then at that point in time, I'm going to go work out while listening to an audiobook. And then I'm going to come home and probably hop in my hyperbaric chamber and listen to another hour of audiobook. And then I'm probably just going to go sit around and listen to another hour of the audiobook or go on a walk or something like that. So that's about 3 hours of studying. And at 2x speed, that's about 3 hours every single day. That's about 21 hours at 2x speed. That's 42 hours of reading an audiobook version every single week. And then I'm probably going to fart around, hang out with Rachel for 2 hours, and then I'm going to reset. And so that's going to be the schedule. So overall, I'm probably going to work about 8 hours a day, 8 to 9 hours a day, and then do about 3 hours of reading in audiobook form, condensed in a 2x, so it's 6 hours. Benny says, are you done with video games? Yes, yeah, I am. I mean, the problem with video games is that video games, like, here's your attention, here's what you're focusing on in life. And the problem with video games is they rig your brain and they give you the same high that building a business or doing something fulfilling will do. So if you're focused on building your business and then you're also playing a video game, what's going to happen is you're going to get really distracted, because the video game will get you hooked and provide you better hits of dopamine than building your business. It just will, because video games are rigged to give you dopamine hits. And then what happens is your focus gets shifted on video games, and you spend the same amount of mental attention and creativity and energy and emotions on the game instead of your business. And so I think they're really damaging to people who want to build businesses. So I don't think video games are something you can do if you want to be really serious about building your businesses. It's just because of how they work. World of Gaming says, how much of the news about Commerce shock you? Honestly, I had suspectations, and I've been talking to the people, I've been working with them for years. So I haven't done anything with that guy, I think, in like 3-4 years. But yeah, like a lot of stuff started coming out about him way before that, so I really wasn't that shocked about it. But again, none of it's been confirmed legally in court, so I don't really have any opinions on it until it's proven legally in court. So, you know, it has really nothing to do with me at this point. Someone said, that's hard for me, but when gaming is a part of my gaming podcast, well, I mean, yeah, then you got to play games. It's part of your business. That's a win-win. If you're really into video games, make a business around video games, you know? Someone said, if you do know gaming, then what do you do during your break between meditating and working out? Honestly, sometimes I'll watch like a TV show with like, I'll watch a TV show with like Rachel at nighttime, or on my break, I'll just kind of like cook some food or clean something. Like I'll just do normal stuff to like kind of zone down, or I'll go swimming in my pool. Like there's just other stuff I'll do. You know, I'll do some like erroneous stuff. Osen McGovern said, a Shopify debt. Literally had a page pulled up just for you, dude, because everybody asks this every single stream. This is just like... honestly, I'll just go and pull this up. This is even more interesting. So I was just talking to Devin this morning. I said, what's our results at HCOM for the month? Because we go and grab results every single month, and we put them in a little folder. So I'll just show you the folder. So when you guys see an ad for HCOM, you're like, man, maybe I will pick that up. Maybe I will pick that up. But I'm not going to give you guys the link to HCOM or anything like that right now. 2 seconds. So here's our results literally from... Actually, let's go to the original Dropbox dev. There we go. I'll scroll up just a bit more. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so like literally, if you just look at some of like the video testimonials right here, Austin was able to get to over 100,000 a month in 30 days. Granted, Austin had a little bit more experience doing that. Brendan broke $10,000 a month. Adrian making $1,000 a day. Joe making $5,000 a month profit. Mason $6,000 per month. Terrell breaking 10K a month. This guy's like 18. And those are just the results from like this month, and then you can keep going through. And there's so many people like, okay, this is what I made right there. And these are all just people that just got started. $75,000 in sales. Hello, it's my first week. Like, literally, the person came in. This was just a few hours ago. First week yesterday, had over $200 in sales. Like, he's like literally breaking $200 a day just coming in. $500 per day. Just using organic tactics from where it's going on right there. Person hit just started a month ago. So yeah, if you're asking if like e-commerce is dead, this is just like the results we're picking up right now. You know, so it's pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. So yeah, it's not dead. You just have to know what you're doing. Someone said, is this niche a good niche in your opinion? Guys, when it comes to picking your niche, like I can't pick your niche for you. And if there's other courses online with lots of people buying them, then it's probably a good niche to get into. That's really all it comes down to. Someone said, why don't you pitch at Grant Cardone's 10X Con? Russell got $3 million for 90 minutes. I didn't get invited to pitch at 10X Con. And I don't have the sway that Russell does. He has a $50 million SaaS company and a lot of connections. I also don't particularly want to take my business in the same direction he's taken his with ClickFunnels. But I mean, just being straight up, I haven't been invited to speak at 10X Con. So that's why. Somebody said, how many wannabe entrepreneurs make it? Very few. I'd say 1 in 100 people. It's because people don't have their mind, their work ethic, or know what they want to do. Like, the reason why people don't make it in business is not because it's particularly hard. I mean, literally, in, like, just looking right here, like, there's just beginners right here every single day getting to, you know, $1,000 a day in sales. It's not particularly hard to go out there and be successful in business. What is hard is people's work habits, their brains, and what they want. And there's many other problems in this. They're just completely out of whack. If you have horrible work habits and focus, you're not going to be successful. If you sit down to do 3 hours of work and you only get 30 minutes of work done, you're not going to be successful. If your brain's completely messed up and foggy all the time, you're not going to have good ideas or be creative or be very intelligent. You're not going to be successful. And if you have no earthly clue what you want, you're not going to build a type of business that you enjoy working on. How in fuck's name are you supposed to become successful when you have horrible work habits, your brain isn't working, and you don't like what you're doing? That's why people fail. And 99 out of 100 people have that problem. And so if you want to be successful in business, you should probably figure out these things first. And they're not particularly hard to figure out, but no one wants to figure them out because those are the hard parts. They're the not fun parts. Sitting down and developing focus and discipline and having an organized life and being able to sit down for 3 hours without looking at your phone or checking Facebook, most people can't do that. Most people's brains, most people are not going to start eating healthy and give up drinking and give up an unhealthy lifestyle. And most people are not going to sit down and figure out what they want and focus on the long-term picture of their life. And so if you don't like what you're doing, if you can't think clearly and you can't get any work done, you can't succeed. No matter what business model you're using. So that's why most people fail. Vanillan says, do you think running an e-commerce store with imported products from China is still a viable business model in a country where almost everybody is familiar with AliExpress and Alibaba? I see people do it every single day. Now, what you should be doing in dropshipping is when you find a successful product, and I'm not the dropshipping expert. You need to be talking to Matt at HCOM. I'm not the dropshipping expert, and I'm not going to pretend to be. When you have a product that works, then you need to start focusing on the customer and getting them the product faster by shipping it to your own warehouses. Or there's all sorts of creative stuff you can do in drop shipping to make the experience better for your customer. So you should be focused on those things as soon as you have a successful product. If you get the business to $5,000 a month in drop shipping in the products from China, why not make it a little bit better? Why not improve the parts of your business instead of trying to take value without giving value? And that's what a lot of people do, and that's why a lot of people have trouble. Someone said, can you make a tour of my house? No, I'm not Ty Lopez. What does my house have to do with your success? Like, what the fuck does my house have to do with you and your business and delivering results for your customers? What does my bedroom have to do with your results in your business? Like, why does it matter? If you want to look at my stuff, look at my businesses, look at my results, look at my profit margins, look at my sales, look at those. I show you guys them all day on my live streams. Look at the real stuff. Look at the stuff that matters. Look at my customers. Look at our testimonials. Look at the results. Look at the ad numbers. Look at the things that I'm actually doing. Don't look at my fucking bedroom. It's nothing to do with how good of an entrepreneur I am. Johan says, what do you think about Dan Luck? I think he's a really talented, smart guy. If you look at his ads, you look at his YouTube channel, you look at his sales pages, everything is really refined and really organized, and he has a really clear plan of what he wants to do. I don't know much about his products. I don't know much about his results, but from a business standpoint, I see a lot of discipline and focus. And so I would say he's a pretty smart cat. Of course, that's with like 30 minutes of like saying, oh, what's this guy up to? So that's what I'd say about him. Someone said, then why do you have a Lambo in the background? 2 reasons. 1, because when I was lost and stupid, I wanted to build a cool set with a Lamborghini in the background to attract people, of course. Now why I have a Lamborghini is because I love that car. It's awesome. So, there you go. But I mean, if you're picking who you listen to based on the car they're driving and the house they're living in, you're probably going to do pretty poorly in your life. That's like your qualifier for who you're going to listen to. You're not gonna have a very good. You're not gonna get much done. Did I watch Avengers Endgame? I've seen it twice. Yeah, someone said, can we see your profit margin ad spend? Yeah, you can. So here is, let's get a complete month. Here's March, the March 31st. I did 1.4 million in sales in Stripe. Oops, I don't even think you, yeah, there you go. So I did $1.4 million in sales in Stripe. Then the following month, April to April, oops, let's go April 1st to April 30th, did $804,000 in sales, mostly because our ads were down for 1 week. I would like to see it over $1 million a month, but our ads got knocked off Google for 1 week because they're having all sorts of errors. And then in PayPal, let's just look at March. I did another $350,000 in PayPal. You're just going to have to take my word for that because I'm not going to hop into PayPal. And then that's not even including Market Hero. And my ad margins during that time were... I'll have to jump into AdWords. I don't think I'm logged into my AdWords account right here. Yeah. And then if you look at... Here's just one ad account we're running that $1 million from. And if you want to go look at, let's just go do March. I forgot what the actual profit margins were. I spent $423,000 on ads. So PayPal, $350,000, Stripe, $1 million, and probably like some other money coming in from other sources. Just looking at these ones right there. The take home is probably about, I don't know, $700,000 to $800,000. So that's the margins. That's everything. And please find me any person who's going to go on a live stream and just show you the stuff they're doing. So that's what you should look at. You shouldn't look at my fucking Lamborghini, because anybody can get that. So. I mean, you really shouldn't listen to what people say they're making. Someone said this, so-and-so said he makes this. You shouldn't listen to what people say they're making. People lie. People lie all the time. I mean, you know what I'm doing. You can go and see it. I'll even tell you, like, April, we kind of were a little bit down because my ads weren't working. I had a boo-boo right there. So, you know, at that point in time, you know, you shouldn't listen to what people say. People don't say the truth. You should look at what people show. And I'm not saying that person who said all those things is lying or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I just say that most people that make income claims, they're not true. There's not. And most people who say their businesses are doing this and this, that's not true. If it's not hard, like the problem is, like, when you call me out on my stream and say, hey, what are your profit margins? What are the numbers you're doing? I say, here it is. Here are all my numbers. It takes me 2 seconds to show you. And then if you go on a lot of other people's channels and say, what are your profit margins? One of the things they're doing, they give you like some long-winded answer with a bunch of stuff. And I'm not saying they're lying, but if you go read any book on how to spot liars, that's like what liars do. They give you everything except the answer that you're looking for. So that's it. I'm not saying anybody who says that is a liar or anybody that was named is that or this or that. I'm just saying if you're going to listen to someone, they should be able to pull down their account and show you their exact numbers and their exact everything that's going on. And the way I generate those numbers are from selling courses like HCOM, where I'm the CEO over there, or selling my software company, Market Hero. And so that's what happens. Do I believe in God? I believe in a universal energy, which I believe you could say is God. I mean, everybody's like saying this person's numbers are great. This is that. Guys, I want to stress one thing that's so important that you guys are doing right now. And I understand why you're doing it because I did it when I got into it. You're going around counting other people's money. You shouldn't really be sitting around worrying about how much money I make or how much money this person makes or how much money this person makes, because these people and me have nothing to do with your business or the results you're getting your customers. It doesn't matter if I made $10 million last month. It has nothing to do with you. And if you're looking at people and defining who you listen to by the numbers that they're doing, it doesn't really matter because there's no one way to grow a business. A person that has a $10,000 per month business could have information that's just as useful and resourceful or get you a better ROI from your business than the person that's doing over $1 million a month in sales, you know? And by going around and measuring every person's dick instead of focusing on your own dick, it's just stupid. And so you shouldn't be going around saying, oh, is Alex better than this? You're playing the Kardashians. You're playing the NFL football version of the game of making money online. You should just say, who has good information to help me out? And that's it. Like, stop going around and worrying about who's winning and who's losing. This isn't a game of football. And if one of us wins or one of us loses and you pick the best guru, guess what? You don't make any fucking money. What you should be focused on is zero of this and saying, how can I make a product that fits in my market and gets my customers results? And then how can I become the best at getting customers to that product in a cost-efficient way? That is all that matters. It doesn't matter how much money I make. It doesn't matter how much money someone else makes. It doesn't matter who's the best or if someone made money faster or someone made money slower. It doesn't fucking matter what other people do. It has zero influence on your customer results or your bank account. So stop caring. It is such a stupid thing to fill up your mental hard drive with. I have no idea how much these other people are making. I have no idea how their ads work because I don't care. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is that customers come in, HCOM for example, and get results. And then they get in there in a cost-efficient way. And at Market Hero, all that matters is that people can come in and track their numbers better than any other product on the market. That's all that matters. That's all that I focus on. It's literally, it would be like this. What you guys are doing, it'd be like if you went to the gym and there's like 4 bodybuilders who like have different thoughts on bodybuilding. And instead of focusing on working out, you sit around the bench press watching all of them work out and say, oh no, Alex Becker has the best bicep curls, or this person has the best thing and this person has the best thing. Shut the fuck up and go get under some weights. Stop measuring, stop looking at our asses and saying, oh, this guy has the best quads in the biz, and go get to fucking work. Straight up goof troopery, guys. Sorry, I had to go on a little bit of a rant. It's just, I see that happening so much. Stop staring at other guys' asses. Matt says, how do you stop yourself from playing video games? Take your Xbox, all right, and go to the closest window and throw it out the window. If you don't have a PlayStation, you can't play video games. How did I meet Sam Evans? I've known Sam for years. I just started paying attention to what he says very recently because he's really, really, really smart. No, someone don't sell your Xbox, smash it. And if you have a problem watching TV, smash your TV. If you have a problem eating bad food and drinking, go take the bad food and throw it out of the house. Like literally this last week, a week and a half ago, I went out with some friends that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I got drunk with them. And for the entire week, I was slow and feeling like garbage. And so, because I was thinking, okay, maybe I can apply my disciplined lifestyle with drinking and eating bad food again since I'm disciplined. Nope, it doesn't work like that. One misstep in discipline leads to no discipline. So I'm probably going to try and go an entire year without consuming any alcohol whatsoever because it's just nonsense. Maybe just stop altogether. And my business has ever been sued. Knock on wood, because anybody can go and do anything, but no, my businesses are pretty legally sound, and I run ethical businesses, and I've never gotten to the point where anyone's had a problem enough with me to do that. If someone has a problem and it's a real concern, I'm gonna help them with the problem. So no, I don't have any problem with that. Knock on wood. Marble89 says, why smash your TV? That's literally the first dumb decision you make about your business. Marble, the more important question, dude, is why debate me on whether to smash your television or sell your television, and just take the general principle of not watching television and removing things from your life and go with that instead of focusing on the nitty-gritty. That's the real question. Osin McGovern says, am I actually legit? I don't know. If you guys, if you want to put an exclamation mark in chat, if I'm legit in my courses and the things I talk about on YouTube help you out, that would be probably the best way to ask that. If I'm sitting up here telling people I'm legit, I'm probably not that legit. Yeah, I'm a deep fake video. I am a CGI animation. Mr. Becker, what's your thoughts on spending time thinking about politics? Here's the thing about politics. It's really bad. So, all politics is negative junk. So whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, the reason you watch politics is you identify with a political party or some belief structure that's really rigid and never has really your best interest in mind. Democrats and Republicans, they create a bunch of beliefs that people identify with, and then they make people conform to these beliefs so that they can get votes, and then the Republicans and Democrats do whatever they're going to do anyways. They use people's need to identify with something to get them to give them power. What the Democrats' platform is and what the Republicans' platform is has very little to do with what their belief systems actually are. But the problem with politics is because you dive into politics because it gives you satisfaction to see your beliefs beat someone else's beliefs. It's all just an ego thing. It's all, if I'm right, someone else has to be wrong thing. And what that is that's just pure negativity. And what happens when you're focused on negative shit is you have a negative mind. And your mental brain power for the first, like in the most basic point of the word, and this is why I stopped doing the Star Wars stuff. This is why I stopped watching negative YouTube channels. This is why I don't participate in negative debates. Because when you're focused on negative stuff and working on these problems, it's purely ego-based. And so you're devoting so much of your intelligence to solving problems that have nothing to do with you. That alone right there is nonsense number one. But when you're focused on negativity and focusing on whether your idea is better than someone else's and whether you're better than that's all politics is. That's all these negative things are. It's confirming that you're better than someone else on the internet. That's all that the arguments are on the internet. That's all it is. And when you're doing that, you are filling your brain with negative thoughts. And negative thoughts, here's your future. Here's your big positive future. And the more you think about this thing, the more progress you're going to make towards this thing right here. And when you're focused on this negativity, you're focused on this stuff, you're going to be grumpy. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to be bitter a lot. And when you're bitter, you are not seeing the positive future. You're not thinking, and this isn't some think or grow rich thing. This is just factually how your brain works. When you're focused on so much negative crap, you can't focus on the positive crap that moves you forward. So at the bare minimum, you're not going to have super creative thoughts. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to have that creativity that comes from pure passion of what you want because you're lost in negativity. And then just another point as well, what happens is when you're focused on negativity and you're angry, your brain's releasing all sorts of bad chemicals. It's releasing all sorts of stuff, and it builds your subconscious routines. Okay, so about 95% of who you are is your subconscious. Your subconscious mind is about 1,000,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind. The thing that's actually making decisions and influencing you is your subconscious. And your subconscious basically it's not you. It's just something that plays your habits over and over again. That's why if you go and take a person, remove all their memories and basically make them brain dead, they can still operate based on habits. And that's because most of what you're doing is as soon as you do something over and over again, your brain turns it into a program so you don't have to think as much to do it, like driving, okay? And if you've ever been addicted to politics, you've ever been addicted to negative videos, what is happening is your brain sees you do this thing over and over again. And to stop you from using as much brain power the next time you do it, it starts turning it into an algorithm that just plays on its own. And so what happens is the more you dive into politics and negative stuff, your brain starts running negativity.x. And so whenever you're bored, what you're going to do is, to get some satisfaction, to get some chemical releases, you're going to run negativity.x. And you're going to go look at this thing. And so what's going to happen is you're going to get addicted to negative stuff and not thinking about positive stuff. And that's really nasty, because the way you get forward in life is figuring out things and focusing on positive stuff and being excited about those things. And then finally, that's just nasty for your body overall, because I'm not going into the total self-help realm of this, because some of it's bullshit. But when you're angry, it stresses you out. And when you're stressed, your mind is not focused on building. Your mind is not focused on the things that get you money or results. It's focused on anger and stress. And so health-wise, it's bad for you. Mental sharpness, it's bad for you. And you just become a stupid negative person, and you can't escape it because your brain just keeps running negativity.x over and over and over again. And that's why you have to keep going and checking political videos and checking political rants, because you have to go and say that you're better than someone else, and you're constantly fighting this battle that has nothing to do with your real battle. All right? The real fight of your life is over here. And you need to have all your focus over here. And if you're running negativity.x on these pointless battles, you're just going to stay over here your entire life, because you're fighting battles that don't even deliver in a reward. And so that's a whole bunch of shit wrapped into one little rant. But that's why you can't do that. And you don't need to know how the government works. You don't need to know how politics works. You don't even need to know what's going on. Trust me, when something's going really bad, you'll know about it. And if you're really rich, you just move. That's it. So that's why you shouldn't do politics. Yeah, you need to uninstall it. You have to... Think about it, guys. And this, there's so many self-help books and stuff in this, and I don't buy into a lot of it, but just the bare minimum, if one person is running positivethoughts.x, like, and always focused on the future, and another person's running negativity.x in their subconscious all the time, who the fuck is going to get results? Who's going to win? It's going to be this guy, because his subconscious is constantly optimizing around getting results in his life and doing the things that deliver results. This person over here is focused on winning an egocentrical battle that doesn't deliver results. Someone said, why do you spend your times on AMAs? It's fun. I get a lot of sales on I get a lot of free trials. I get about, I would say 300 to 400 free trials every single time I run one of these things. So it's also very financially incentivized for me. So it's fun. I make money doing it, and I think you guys like it. Your thoughts on meditation, do you meditate? I don't meditate as much as I'd like to. I'm trying to do it more. I think it's really beneficial, and I think it's a really positive thing you could do in your life. Someone said thoughts on the law of attraction. I think, Stephen, a lot of self-help is ran by charlatans who say things that are generally truths, but then attach their own spin to it in order to sell stuff. And I think they'll say truths, but they'll also tell people stuff they want to hear. And like, I watched The Secret, and you don't just sit around and think. You don't just sit around and think and stuff comes to you. That's not how it works. The concepts that make Market Hero work are the concepts I know about business and understanding. Now, when you sit around and think about positive thoughts and how to move forward in your life and your goals and how to get there, for example, everything that I have in my life, my house, my car, I've seen it all before. I've thought about it for years. And so you're going to head in the direction you think about. And so I think with a lot of these things, there's a lot of truths, but there's also a lot of manipulation of people around these truths at the same time. And so it's a real catch-22 with these things. And I see a lot of the people in stuff like the law of attraction who don't practice anything they preach. They're complete charlatans who've taken the truth and warped it to their own message to then make other people buy their stuff. And so they've basically turned the truth into some zombified bullshit machine. And they themselves are bullshitters. If you look into a lot of these people's lives, they're charlatans. That's just what they are. And they don't do anything they preach. And that's not cool. So that's what I think about that. Someone said, why did I write tit on screen? There's no I. Someone said, if you like meditation, what are your thoughts on using a sensory deprivation tank? I couldn't really give you a good answer on that because I haven't looked into it. To me, I think it seems like a waste, but I don't really have enough information on sensory deprivation tanks to really give you that much of a thought. Ninja Killer says, I'm always stressed about the fear of my business failing. What do you do to combat that? Okay, so usually most people stress with their business failing comes from, there's three things. Perception of themselves, so basically viewing themselves as a poor person and weak. Perception of others, which is being scared of other people thinking you're not successful or smart. And then there's just financial troubles. And so there's other things that come into it, but this basically wraps up people's three business fears. And if you're operating your business around fears, you're never going to move forward. And all these fears are eventually going to become true because you're only focusing on your fears. So your perception of self, that's a really easy one to fix, dude. Your perception of self has to be based on doing what makes you fulfilled. Why is your perception of self the things you own, your house, your car? Why is it these things? They have nothing to do with you. If I gave you a $50 million yacht tomorrow, how would you be any different? How would you be any different? How would your life experience be any different? You are still just a thing experiencing things. And so the most important thing is you need to change your perception of self and stop attaching it to things that are in the material. Because when you attach it to things that are in the material, those things will destroy you. So for example, if my life perception of myself was based on my house and my car, my focus of my business becomes defending the ability to make enough money to have my house and car. It doesn't become about building a great business. And if my whole perception of myself is all how many toys and how much rich people stuff I have, then my focus shifts to that instead of building a great business, which is bullshit. So what you must do is my perception of self now is based on being the best possible CEO I can and building the best data tracking company I can. That's what I want to build, something that's revolutionary in that area and build something that really messes up the world and messes up the tech industry and does a lot of crazy stuff and also helps people build a lot of cool businesses. That's what I want to do. That's what gets me excited. And every day I work on that. And you can't take it away from me. You could take away my house, you could take away my car, but you can't take away that because it has everything to do with me. You can't take away me. So that's how you get past that. Now, perceptions of others. You need to realize that other people's perception of you has nothing to do with you. It doesn't. If 100 people think you're a giraffe, you're not a giraffe. So why are you worried about what other people think? And that's an extreme version, but on the lower version, if people think you're unsuccessful, that's so stupid because do you judge Luke Skywalker by who he was at the beginning of The New Hope? No, you judge him by who he was at the end of it. And who you're trying to be and who you're becoming and who you are is not a list of financial achievements. And so if people think you're poor, it doesn't matter if they think you're poor. If people think you're rich, it doesn't matter if they think you're rich. It has nothing to do with you. What people think that you are should not influence what you think that you are. What you think that you are is what you are. So that's, again, you need to make it in a way that your perception of yourself cannot be damaged. People's perception of you doesn't matter. And if it's financial, dude, hedge your bets. I spend, I believe, about 2% of my income every single year. You could fucking knock out all my companies. I'd be fine for years because I don't have any way to lose financially. I can just go bet. I can take all the money I make this year and put it all in my business. And if I lose all of it, it doesn't matter. And so what you need to stop doing is living a lifestyle that's probably caused by this shit right here that's making you have to fear and be in a hard spot if you lose. Dude, if I lose in all my businesses and lose all my money, you can take my house and my car. What does that have to do with me? I'm going to keep doing the thing that gets me off, which is building my businesses and mastering my brain. That's what gets me going. And if I was operating based on something else, I'd be building a financial lifestyle that's hard to maintain. And so you need to ask yourself why you're building a financial lifestyle that's hard to maintain. And the easiest way to get away from that is get rid of all your shit that's causing you stress. If you are living in a $10,000 a month apartment and you're making $50,000 a month, and if you stop making $50,000 a month, you lose the apartment, get rid of your apartment. Go live somewhere cheap. Go move to a third world country. Live dirt cheap. Do the same thing. And then suddenly, all your bets are hedged and you can't lose. That's how you get past that stuff. You remove the loss part of it. You make it so you can't lose, and all there is gain. And that's how you win. Someone again asked, what's the best way to get started? I'm just going to recap today's offer real quick because it's pretty damn awesome. What we're giving away today, guys, if you hop in on a free trial market here, it's 100% free to try, is we're giving away over $3,000 worth of courses. The Here and Now program, which shows you how to write high-ticket sales events. We're giving away the Black File that shows a ton of stuff I talked about in my mastermind, which is really, really high-level advanced sales tactics. We're going to give you the VMA program, which shows you I've netted $21 million views. $21 million would be pretty sick on YouTube. We're going to give you Advanced Hero Traffic, which teaches you how I run YouTube and Facebook ads. We're going to give you Market Hero, which is an email automation tool that allows you to do all the marketing we're going to be talking about, and Interoptin, which is going to go and get you to traffic. And we're going to give you the Becker Template Pack, which gives you all of the landing pages, opt-ins, all sorts of cool stuff like that I've used in my business. And also some of the opt-ins I used to build my first multi-million-dollar business. And what you're also going to get, guys, with that is the 8X Hero Academy plus Market Hero. And what the 8X Hero Academy shows you to do is how to build your first $1,000 per month business and take it to a $5,000 per month business. It shows you the niche to pick, exactly what type of products to build, exactly what to sell, the sales funnels you use, the opt-ins you use, everything that goes into that. It's then going to show you how to take that business to $5,000 per month. It's going to show you to build all the funnels. It's going to show you my copywriting and sales techniques. It's going to show you to build organic free traffic, and it's going to give you paid traffic scaling. It's going to show you how to run Facebook ads, how to run YouTube ads as a total beginner. And so if you're looking for the best place to get started right now, I want you to think about this. One, this is free to try, so it's completely low risk. If you're worrying or thinking, I don't know if I want to be an entrepreneur or not, this is where you start because it's free to try. You can check it out, and if you don't like it, you can just cancel with one click in the dashboard, or you can even lower it down to $9 per month. Now, the next thing you need to look for is a place that gives you the total package, everything you need to get started. This gives you all the traffic generation. It gives you all the tools you need. It shows you everything you need to sell. It shows you how to build the funnels. It shows you exactly what niche to pick. It gives you everything you need to get started. And then you should finally look for something that actually has testimonials and isn't just some guy screaming it works. So real quick, if you're in chat, can you just do me a quick favor and put an exclamation mark if you've tried out our just free beginner-oriented stuff and you think it's absolutely awesome and you would suggest that someone else pick it up or at least give it a chance for the price of a free trial. You just give me an exclamation mark real quick in chat if that's something you would suggest. And so what you're going to see right now, guys, is you have something that's free to try. You have something that's a total package and gives you everything you need to get to your first $1,000, $5,000 a month. And again, I can't guarantee those results, but I can guarantee that it's really good information. It's helped a lot of people do similar things. You can see that by all the exclamation marks that are jumping around in chat right now. You have people saying it works. You have the total package, and it's free to try, and it's very cheap monthly after that. So that's everything you could possibly need if you're trying to get started. So I'm not going to hit you too much with any sales tactics right here because this is just the most low barrier entry offer you could ever swing at. And you're getting $3,000 worth of bonuses on this live stream. It ends after this stream. So if you're not going to swing at that, you probably don't want to be an entrepreneur because I can't think of any other way to incite you to go and learn how to do this. It's the lowest barrier ever. And I know you want a low barrier to entry, so I'm giving you a low barrier to entry. Okay, that's what these live streams are. Most of you guys are beginners, and so this is how you do it. And so if you guys want to check that out, it's mhlinks.com/Sunday, or there should be a link right below the YouTube video right here. Just click this link right here, and it will take you there. And you'll go to this page right here. You enter in your information and a credit card. Don't worry, you won't be billed for 14 days, and if you want to cancel, just cancel. Just one click in the dashboard, and you're ready to rock. Yep, that's it, guys. I'll answer a few more questions, and I'm probably going to hop off. The free trial is 14. Jalal, it's not a 2K course. It's a $47 per month course. You can do 2 seconds of research, dude. You can do 2 seconds of research. You go in here. It literally says on the page, 47 bucks a month after. Or does it not say on the page? Yeah, it's 47 bucks a month after. One second. Let me see after you go through here. If not, we need to add that to the page. That's a boo-boo. Yep, okay. Free for 14 days and $49 per month. So, there you go. It's on the page, so I'm not at fault there either. Not a $2,000 program. I'm not going to bill you $2,000 after 14 days. That would be some real debauchery right there. Oh, okay, Jalal. All right, I see what you're doing there. Is moving to another country to save costs a good idea? That's a personal question. Do I take Spectre Nootropics? Yeah, I do. I also take Qualia as well. It just depends on the day and what type of boost I'm looking to get. Your thoughts on becoming an expert before talking about a subject, getting involved in the field, then sharpening the axe? I mean, you don't have to be an expert. You can just go and start doing services and freelance services for people. Just go do that. I wouldn't go on YouTube and start talking about being an expert. I wouldn't suggest doing that. But yeah, that's all there is. Someone said, is there any good new books in your reading archive? I actually just added a bunch this morning. I'll show you a few good ones. So and who says thoughts on the law of attraction? I literally answered that question last time you asked it. Your ability to not pay attention to shit you ask blows my mind. So here's the books I've read so far this year. Honestly, I'd have to say the ones that I've read recently that are really good. AI Superpowers, I really liked. Titan, the John D. Rockefeller biography, I really liked. Anti-Fragile, I really liked, but it's a long, long read. I liked Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And The War of Art is a short, really good read. I like that one too. And these ones right here, I think, are really useful to my company at Market Hero. Also, Principles is a really, really good book, so I would check that book out as well. So those are the ones I would suggest reading. I mean, all these books I'd suggest reading, but I don't think you're going to read 2 to 4 books a week. So, have I read Reality Transurfing? I have a copy laying on my staircase right now, but I haven't gone through it yet. I really don't like books that are not in audiobook form. I hate reading books off paper. Because I can't do anything else. I usually listen to audiobooks when I'm working out, or I'm in my hyperbaric chamber, or I'm going on a walk. I don't like sitting down and like doing something. That's what a book requires you to do. So I like to be moving around when I'm listening. Someone said, do you believe in the power of reprogramming your subconscious? Yeah, I think so, because your subconscious controls everything you do, and it's very hard to do stuff when your subconscious is fighting you, because your subconscious is much more stronger than you are. Do I run? No, I do not run. I hate running. It is a miserable experience. Someone asked a question about Spectre. Guys, I don't work at Spectre anymore. I don't do anything with Spectre. Matt Gaznick owns that company. And I don't do anything at Spectre. You could just consider that a failure on my part. I was trying to do too many businesses at once. Becoming a Millionaire says, I start a membership site like you teach in 8X Academy. How can I get people to join that without testimonials? I have tried giving that for free, but people don't value and don't take action. Becoming a millionaire, stop blaming other people. Your sales pitch probably sucks. I've sold plenty of product without a testimonial. You should probably get better at selling. If you can't give away something for free, you are probably have a really bad market fit, or you're not pitching. It's not other people problem. You're saying people don't value it and take action. Why don't they value it, and why aren't they taking action? Figure out those problems, and you will probably solve your problem. Someone said, what nootropics do you use? I mean, I think the best nootropic is having a very clean diet and keeping your stomach empty while you're working. Then after that, I'll use Qualia. I'll drink a lot of apple cider vinegar in the morning. I'll do a lot of things to remove toxins from my body when I wake up. And so there's a whole bunch of things that I do. Someone said, does the future of AI give you pause at all? Last month, I spent most of my reading time reading about AI, and on other streams, I've gone in like a 30-minute rant about AI. No, it doesn't really give me any pause at all. I think it's just I think it's going to be a huge technical revolution. I mean, I could go on like a long rant. I'm just not. I think it's going to be a really big thing. I think it's going to get rid of a lot of jobs, and I think it's going to provide a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money, because you can basically increase any business's productivity by 1 to 10% like that. And that was a good snap. There you go. And so, yeah, but I think also AI is way too dumb to do anything that people are like talking about right now, like taking over the world. Jamie Harris, the 15th person, asked, what do you think about Dan Lok? Jamie, what do you think about Dan Lok? And why do you think about Dan Lok so much? Do you go in the shower and pull out your computer and stare at pictures of Dan Lok and imagine what he's doing in his apartment? My question for you, after I've been asked this question 15 times, is what do you think about Dan Lok? And why are you so fucking obsessed with him? And why is it so important that we have an opinion on Dan Lok? Don't get me wrong, he's very popular on YouTube. He's doing great things. But you got to take your Dan Lok jerk time somewhere else, dude. I don't have any opinions on the guy. He wears a suit, and he sits at a Bentley, and talks about selling stuff. That's my opinion on Dan Lok. I sadly do not spend much of my free time thinking about Dan Lok. But I do now. Whenever I'm on these streams, I have a lot of thoughts about the guy. Because I can't get away from questions. It used to be, what do you think about Ty Lopez? Now, what do you think about this guy? He's like, I'm just going to start saying all sorts of weird stuff. He's a gorgeous man with pecs the size of a mountain. He's a Greek god of selling. Sometimes when I lay awake at night, I think to myself, what did Dan Lok eat for dinner? Sometimes when I'm thinking about, should I get married or should I not? I think about, what would Dan Lok do if he was in my relationship? And sometimes when I wear a suit, I think, what type of suit would Dan Lok wear? That's what I think about Dan Lok. Everything that Dan Lok does is fucking amazing. There's two successful people on planet Earth. There's Jeff Bezos, who is a close second to Dan Lok. Dan Lok once flew shirtless with a jetpack over the Grand Canyon. I'm going to just turn him into a Chuck Norris name. I don't have any thoughts. So, someone said, do you have any info on the failure rate of people trying your systems and why they're failing? Laziness and not sticking. I would say the number one reason people fail at my programs is laziness and not doing. It's not laziness. It's people are not lazy. I see people come into my programs that work 10 hours a day doing manual labor. They're not lazy. It's because people don't know how to focus on their work. They don't have work habits that are strong. They don't know what they want, and then their brains is all messed up. And if you fix those things, if you go through our programs and you look at the people that actually complete the programs fully and apply the programs and go through all the checklists, the success rate is actually pretty high. But when people come into programs and don't apply the mindset stuff in there, the success rate is extremely, extremely low. I would say 90% of people that come to programs, they fail in them because they don't do the program. Most people don't finish the programs. Okay? If you look at all the failures in the programs, people don't finish it. That's why self-help programs and business programs have extremely low success rates, because people don't finish them. If you want to apply a book, you have to finish the book. Have I written a book before? Yeah, it was dumb. Sold pretty well, but someone said off topic, wondering your take on investments. Do you invest in dividend stocks or real estate? No. I don't do anything except invest in my businesses. Do I make my bed? I do not. Someone else makes my bed. Someone said HCOM versus everything else out there. I'm not worried about everything else out there, but HCOM has the best results of anything I've seen. There's one other course I think that gets pretty good results. And I don't see anybody else putting as much time or effort into one program that we do at HCOM. So. And last, most important question, what did I think about Avengers Endgame? I thought it was awesome. That movie was great. The last two Avenger movies are awesome, and we'll see where they go from there. Anyways, guys, I'm bored, so I'm going to go do something else. Guys, the special for today ends when the stream is done. You're getting $3,000 worth of stuff for free for a $14-day trial of Market Hero. It's absolutely incredible stuff. If you want to scroll back and see all the people that were suggesting it, if you want to scroll up and see all the crazy stuff you're going to do, just go to mhlinks.com/Sunday. You'll get all the stuff we talked about. You're getting over $3,000 worth of stuff for the price of free. You're getting the 8X Academy. It's going to show you exactly how to build a $1,000 per month business, take it to $5,000 per month. And I've recited this pitch like 3 times on the stream. So you should take advantage of it before this is all down, because it's like the best beginner offer and it's 100% free, and there's hundreds of people who've suggested you get it as well on the stream. So I take advantage of it. There's a 14-day trial. You can cancel anytime without being billed a thing. If you want to keep it and you like it and you want to become an entrepreneur and get more into it, you should keep it, because we're updating the content every single month and it's super duper cool. So that's it, guys. I'm a little pooped from talking for so long. Thank you so much for coming on the stream today. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. It's always a blast doing this on Sundays, and I'll probably be doing this every Sunday pretty consistently for now. We usually have been doing it during the week, and that's just been a mess. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for your time and your attention. I'm flattered that you guys give me the privilege to talk to you, and I will see you next Sunday or next time I upload a YouTube video. Maybe I'll just come to your house and look through your window and wave at you and then run away, giggling like a creepy kid from one of those Japanese animes or something. All right, guys, I'll catch you later.